So this game's going to be Wooden Men and... Oh, it's snowing! Wooden Men and Iron Trees versus Philosopher's Song. That is not Connor. That is Spire. And not Dark Elves. It is Lizards. Great. Wooden Men and Iron Trees versus Philosopher's Song. S-Beaver versus Spire. Wood Elves versus Lizards in a snowy game. So you can see the snow means it's a -1 on all rushes. You also can't pass further than a short pass. So it's the throw teammate distance. So you can only get a quick pass and a short pass out of it. Can't do a long pass or a long bomb. So Philosopher's Song on offense to start with. Socrates, the number 8 skink runner, in possession of the ball on their own 16-yard line. And now this elf defense setting up in a columns defense, giving up the center space here and the wide zone, or the sidelines. Their entire line blocked down. The tree stunned. Oh, yikes. Gets the knockdown with Ash, number 3 War Dancer over in the left wide zone. That's right. Hank the Ranger knows math. In the snow, it's an 1,800% failure rate on rushes. That's just math. That's just facts. Philosopher's Song is just 2 rerolls here. So the way these two teams are going to play, right? These elves do what elves do. They're very, very fast. You can see the War Dancers have an MA of 8, but the linemen have an MA of 7. Decent strength. Agility is great. Everybody has a 2+, save of course for the tree. They can pass, but they're pretty brittle. You can see it's AV 8+ across the board again, except for the tree. They also have these War Dancers. 2 War Dancers on the roster. As rookies, they have leap, block, and dodge. They are blodgers as rookies. It is sick. That means as S-Beaver kits these out, if I were a bit, gets a foul on the tree, why not? You get that tree knocked down. Now down to a 7+ armor with the assist, but gets nothing out of it, doesn't get called off. I like to kit 1 out with sidestep and 1 out with strip ball. So now you have a leap, blodger, strip ball War Dancer. It's just that's MA8, an absolute nightmare to deal with, and a strength of 3. So on offense, they're going to be able to pretty much do whatever they want. They can run, they can pass, they can shimmy, they can do ballet. The Lizard team, on the other hand, right? They start with 6 players, 6 pieces with strength 4, and these skinks are pretty decent as well. MA8 has 4 of them on the roster, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of them on the roster. Do they have the big guy? They don't have the big guy, so 11 of them on the roster. They're only a strength of 2. They're only AV8+. They come with dodge. They're very, very fast. You can see Socrates here is level 2, is now a blodger himself, so sort of a natural ball carrier there, because only the PAL's going to knock down Socrates. So lots of strength on the roster, but these Sauruses start with no skills, so they can be fairly unreliable. And also they're AV 5+. Yeah, so typically you want to hunt down the skinks, right? Because these Sauruses can get marked very easily where they're moving nowhere, not at Edge 5+. At low TV, they're not very reliable. They don't have the block skill. And if you take out all the skinks, the Lizard team has no ball carriers left. So that will be the goal for the Wooden Men and Iron Trees, is to hunt these skinks at every opportunity. Otherwise, keep your dwarves alive. Keep your elves alive. I think S. Beaver probably won the coin toss and ended up setting up on defense to start with. That's to guarantee that he's going to start with a full complement of 11 on this roster. That's almost certainly not going to happen for any drive beyond this. The Lizard team really looking to take some blocks on these elves, but they need to keep this ball safe. These elves are very, very fast. So you can see they're keeping this ball way in the backfield here. No need to move this ball forward and really risk it against these really fast elves, against these annoying war dancers. Just keep it in the backfield, take your blocks, and your skinks are fast enough to move forward when the time's right. The Lizard team's not going to have to worry about the long pass in the snow, but generally you're not worrying about that either, unless you're up against a team that's been kitted out for passing, or something like a pro or an Elven Union team. Something that has skills for passing to make them more reliable. Passing, very, very risky. It's the most risky action in the game, so any coach will not make these long passes or these bomb passes if they can at all help it. But when you have the option, it's very nice, right? It just gives you more options. I'm watching butterflies appear and disappear out of nowhere in the back right corner of the pitch here. 15 seconds left on the clock for Philosopher's Song. Repositioning. They move the ball forward to their own 8-yard line. Treeman stands up. Gets through the stand-up roll. So that's a 4+ since they don't have enough MA to stand up normally. The nega trade on a tree is take root. Before they take their action, they roll a d6 on a 1. They are stuck in place for the remainder of the drive unless they get knocked down. If they get knocked down, they are unrooted. Snow seems to look better than when the game first came out. Maybe it's just in my head. Two-die blitz by Hemlock, the number 4 war dancer. Gets the knockout on Hume, the number 3 blocker. No armor break. Big 10+ armor on these Sauruses. Oh, that's so cool too. How when you zoom out, they put like a white sort of filter on top because, you know, there's more kind of snow in the way. Oh, that's so cool. What a great detail. Turnover. Now turn 4 for Philosopher's Song. Two-die blitz against you, the number 11 lineman. It's a knockout with no armor break. So number 11 in a bit of a tricky spot now. Well, I suppose you could just dodge away. We'll see what happens with Hegel here. Is that like your inverse Scorpion impression? A foul on Hugh. Gets called off the pitch. The ref's having none of that business. Oh! Wow! Tried to foul the down lineman. The ref caught it instantly, and then Spire had the audacity to argue with the ref, and the ref said, no, not on my pitch, not on my watch. Get off the field. Ejected not just the skink, but Spire themselves have been thrown out of the game. Spire says must be a Pips fan. Tree Man Blitz gets a pal on Aristotle. 7+ breaks armor with Mighty Blow. There's the armor break. That's the injury. I think I have blue-red on still, don't I? Let's turn that off, shall we? There we go. He says he blitzed the skink. He did. He did. He's getting rid of these skinks. That's 2 down, 3 to go. That's it. That's the whole turn, keeping the defense in formation. Turn 5 to Philosopher's Song. Second quarter begins here. Ball advances to the opposing 2-yard line, right in, just inside the right wide zone. Life is asked, how many SPPs does the tree have now? 8. Can absolutely level up. Coming up in just under 45 minutes, we're going to have our final game of tonight's triple header. It's going to be the Pip Stars versus the Disco Mancers, Dead Fred versus Ian, Lizards versus Necro. That'll be a fun one as well. Cage is up on the 2-yard line here. Philosopher's Song still has 2 rerolls left for the half. Claffy says, I feel like getting guard is more useful for aggressive teams. Aggro Wood Elves doesn't seem that great. Did I blitz on Juneberry? Gets a knockdown here. There's the armor break. Gets a stun out. Thank you very much for the bits. I don't know why I can't hear that anymore. I'm going to have to fix that. I totally missed it. I was trying to figure out why the audio, I couldn't hear the audio. Clavy said, did he even play something? I didn't hear anything. So, it might be something I have to sort out. There's always something, man. There's always something to sort out. Turn 5 for Wooden Men and Iron Trees. Keeping this column formation in check. Just keeping it in front of the Saracens, the Lizards. 2+ dodge to get in the back corner of the cage. Gets a push on Descartes. Clavius, thank you for the bits. I didn't hear it at all. I bet I've been missing these. I've got to figure out why I can't hear it. Tree with a 2-die block on Schlegel. Gets a knockdown, no armor break. I didn't hear that one either. I'm sorry, but thank you for the bits. Yeah, something's up. I bet you OBS is going through the wrong. Let me see. I don't even see OBS on the list of apps. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Turn 6 now for Philosopher's Song. Saris Blitz. Saris Blitz gets a push. Repositions the Saris over to the left side here. Gets a mark on Juniper. Juniper on the left side of the defense. Like I installed the new Windows update, the 24H2 update, and it took over an hour. It even had like a special window. It was like, hey, this one might take a while, and it messed up. It messed up all my devices. I had to sort that out. Schlegel stands back up. He's going to mark this Treeman. Trying to keep this Treeman out of the drive at this point. Lizardman team with it. There's a foul. It's stun off the foul. Has a gap right here. Has exploited it to reposition the cage over on the left side of the pitch. Gotta be careful with what I draw. And now the ball on the opposing 6-yard line just inside the left wide zone. Levy says, I think Elves can get back in front of the ball. Yes, they've certainly got the speed to do so. Problem is they have a lot of pitch to cover. So see, they have 8 players, so they could cover. They could cover. Here's 1, 1, 2, 3. So they could cover a good deal of the pitch here. Repositioning the free players, keeping number 4 alive for a blitz here. Here's the blitz declaration. One dive blitz fails the roll or fails the rush. Remember, it's a 3+ instead of a 2+. Got through it, got the pal. Very well done. Ball's going to scatter to the 6-yard line. Needed the pal to knock down the ball carrier here. Boy, that rush was scary. Ended up moving a player here to eliminate assists. To bring it on the blitz. Got the 2 die against Skink because Skink's strength 2, War Dancer strength 3. Needed a pal due to the blodge and got it. There's 2 marks on the ball now. That is... Whoa, that's greed. failed the rush in the snow. Very slippery out there. And now a pal on Hemlock. 8+ breaks armor. Broken armor! Gets a stun. Very good stun for Philosopher's Song. Now the Lizards are going to knock out any elves that dare stand in their way. I think that's all of them. Other than the tree, of course. Blitz still on the table. Penultimate turn for Philosopher's Song. They have to end this turn in scoring position. This is where they need to score without any rushes. This is where they need to be to score with 2 rushes. And they really don't want to rush in the snow. Ball pickup. 3+ pickup. Fails. Has to spin the reroll here. Spins the reroll. Doesn't get the ball! Oh, it might do it here for Philosopher's Song unless they can get some sort of chain push out of this. Well, I guess they're still in rushing position. Ranger said, why aren't elves dying? Thank you for drawing on the screen. We'll rectify that shortly. So S. Beaver here with just a very careful elven defensive formation. Kept them away from the line for the most part. Took a few opportunities to go after some skinks. Took an opportunity to go after the ball, but otherwise has maintained the formation. Kept these elves safe. Have been holding this opposing team to a blitz. Been doing a great job. Spire doing a great job as well with this Lizard team. Again, they're weakest at low TV. Doesn't have block on the Sauruses. Has been looking for the opportunities to take blocks, to leverage certain skills, and not afraid to take the fouls either. Was able to push this ball all the way here to the 8-yard line. Could still conceivably score. We'll see if it'll happen here in turn 8. The old triple column. All right, setting up the column. Oh, I see. There's the blitz. There's the blitz going after Socrates. Only got a push out of this. So even without the knockdown here, gets a mark on the ball. It's going to force the Lizard team to roll some dice. Armor break on Osiris. Got a KO. Well done. Well done. Boy, is that a 3-man player advantage for the Elven team? Turn 8 for Philosopher's Song. If anyone's going to score, it's going to be Socrates. I mean, I guess Hegel could do it. Oh, not with that die roll. It's not going to happen. Got the pal here, looking for an 8+. No rerolls left. That is it. That's a turnover. And Wooden Men and Iron Trees have successfully stopped the score by Philosopher's Song. Well done by S. Beaver. They don't have anybody in scoring position, so they can't score themselves. This will be a 0-0 half. They'll take a blitz. Maybe even take a block. Well, they'll certainly take a block on the skink and then they'll blitz. Maybe go after both skinks. We'll see what happens. Well, that's going to happen. Good luck, Ash. That'll be the half. 0-0 the score. Wooden Men and Iron Trees. The philosophy of nihilism is in effect. Wooden Men and Iron Trees will be on offense to start the second half of this game. Didn't get back their KO. Only 8 players on the pitch for Philosopher's Song. This is a big boon for the Wood Elf team, because the Wood Elf team can certainly score whenever they want to, but they don't want to score too early and end up drawing this game. They'll try to score as late as possible. So what they're probably going to do here, they have a significant player advantage, 3-man player advantage. So they'll set up 3 on the line, you know, wherever isn't toe-to-toe with something else, right? And then everybody else is just going to retreat. And the reason he wants to do this is because he doesn't necessarily have the speed advantage per se. The Skinks have MA8, the Sarses are only in MA6, but these Skinks are not going to move by their lonesome down here. So this whole unit's going to move as 1. And so because of that, he can stall by retreating for a few turns. Whereas if he tried to push down pitch, he would eat blocks the whole way down and start losing players and maybe lose that player advantage as well. So that line spread wide because Spire knows exactly what S. Beaver wants to do. He wants to run away. So instead he'll set up here to block down the 2 Sarses. I am surprised he's putting so many on the line here. Wow. So it looks like he's not going to retreat. He's not going to do the so-called DACA. Saying it like that makes it sound like I'm being rude. So-called. The so-called DACA. 7 on the line for the Wood Elf team. Shallow kick. It's a timeout. 7 turns left in the game. Kick to the 4-yard line, just inside the right wide zone. Gonna try to block down the line here. So you needed 3 to get the 2-die block against these Sarses. Galeshi, welcome to the stream. Two-die block gets the knockdown thanks to the block skill. Breaks armor even. Wow. Good stun. After the block says, all right, let me protect this ball. All right, it's got a cage around the ball. Now we'll probably take the rest of the blocks on the line. Here's the one on the left side. Again, gets a knockdown here. Hemlock on the block. Hank the Ranger says, boo, less Blood Bowl. Yeah. There's been a lot of timeouts so far this season. And not so Jesse Patch said, oh my God, what happened to the Pip Stars? Did you stream that game? That's coming up in 26 minutes. We'll have the Pip Stars game. Two-die blitz on a skink. Double pals on Plato. Can he get the 8+ here? Cannot. Dips back across the line of scrimmage. Oh, the last game? Yeah, I streamed the last game. Good 2+ pickup on the ball. Ball caged up on the 4. Not so trusty patches. They're looking injured. Oh, yeah. That was a great game. Pips Pippy had a fantastic touchdown in week 1. The hero that he is. I think we have a short of it on YouTube. Let me check. I mean, I know we have a short of it on YouTube, but... Oh, there it is. Good removal here. Good removal by Philosopher's Song. Now, finally trying to claw back a little bit of that player advantage. 2-man player advantage. 2-man player advantage for Wooden Men and Iron Chips. Wooden Men and Iron Trees. There you go. Not so trusty patches. That was the Pips Pippy play. There's something made of iron. Oh, uphill block on the tree. It's got to be a push, I wager. Yeah, that was a push. The tree stands firm, and now turn 11 for wooden men and iron trees. Fairly recently, in the last few years, I've found a love, a love for naval war games. I don't know why I like them so much, but I very much do. I liked Harpoon a lot when I was a kid, but especially Age of Sail games. I just love them so much. Get knocked out in front of the cage here by wooden men and iron trees. It's kind of ship v ship. I mean, you can play with lots of ships, but it'll take an eternity. But there's an old Avalon Hill naval warfare game, Age of Sail game called Wooden Ships and Iron Men. I love that game. There's also sort of a fleet-based version of that called Flying Colors from GMT. That game's great as well. I love modern naval warfare games. I have Seas of Thunder. I have Pacific War. I have something called Next War. I even love things like yacht racing games. I have a game about trireme warfare. I don't know, man. It's just something about it is just great. I think what I like about Age of Sail games is the maneuvering. Maneuvering matters a lot, right? Like if you play a modern naval warfare game, like I play something called, why is the name escaping me? I play it all the time. Command, Modern Naval Operations. I think it was renamed to just like Modern Operations or something. Modern naval warfare basically takes place over the horizon, right? Like your only capital ship is really the aircraft carrier, right? And you've got planes and missiles. And that's fun in its own right. I mean, not in real life, but it's fun in its own right. But Clayface asks, I'm going to be sorry I asked, but what game involves trireme warfare? Why, it's an Avalon Hill game called Trireme. It's in a pinkish, purplish box. Under a minute to go here, turn 11. And so that sort of combat or engagement is fine and interesting in its own right. But when you get to the Age of Sail, man, just it's all about maneuvering. It's so much. I just find it so interesting. Hank Ranger asked, "Did you ever play Man of War?" I did not play Man of War. I played Battlefleet Gothic a little bit, and I love that game too. Both out on the Blitz. Turn 12 now for Wooden Men and Iron Trees. I did play the video game. I have the video game of Man of War, or Man O' War. I didn't play a whole lot of it because I really wanted it to be like Sid Meier's Pirates, and it kind of is. I keep telling myself I'd give it another shake, but I feel like 40K Pirates, or not 40K, Warhammer Fantasy Pirates has to be great, right? Tree's trundling down pitch. Tree now on the opposing 8-yard line at mid-pitch. Can act as an anchor for this team. And that's exactly what it's going to do. The ball's going to shift forward to the 6. There it is. .47 seconds left in turn 12 for Wooden Men and Iron Trees. Slowly moving down pitch. Blitzing the Saros on the right side. They got the Powell and Hegel. I said I would look up how to pronounce these guys, didn't I? I did not. Can't. I'm going to guess Hegel, Plato, Socrates, Descartes. I'm going to guess Heidegger, Wittgenstein. I'm going to guess Hume. What do we have over here? Schlegel. I don't know I'm right on that, but I think I'm right. Aristotle and Nietzsche. Final turn of the third quarter coming up. Philosopher's Song. On defense currently, trying to stay in front of these Wood Elves. It can be very, very tricky to stop an Elven team from scoring. You can see these Elves are slowly pushing down pitch, almost like a Dwarven team. But the Lizard team knows they can't get super aggressive or else they'll get outpaced by these Elves. Very agile, very fast. They've got to stay ahead of them. They've also got to screen them out. So it's a tricky proposition as to, especially being down a number of players, as to when you apply some pressure, where you apply the pressure, where you thin out your formation without it breaking down entirely. He says, as a philosophy and political science major, the name's all right. Yay! Spire says, look up the Philosopher's Song and they sing the names. Will do. Will do. Tidai Blitz against Aspen. Gets a knockdown here, looking for the 8+. Pushes the ball carrier back one space out of the cage. I mean, some of these guys, I'm sure philosophers would disagree. I'm sure philosophy students, philosophy majors consider themselves at the top of the totem, but I would consider them mathematicians. Philosopher's Song on the bonus clock for really the first time here. They're just a few seconds down on the bonus clock. Really considering their turn here. Alright, going to try to cover the left Y zone as well. Split apart that column on the right side to get some more width on the defense here. Turn 13 now for Woodmen and Iron Trees. Fourth and final quarter of this game begins. Remember, coming up after this game, we have the Pip Stars versus the Disco Mancers. Dead Fred versus Ian. That's going to be Lizards versus Necro. Ball advances to the 10, just outside the left wide zone. Looks like a War Dancer will come in on the blitz. 2-die blitz on Plato gets a push out of this. It's going to save the reroll, I imagine. Just push the skink away. We'll reposition Ash here. Ash ends up on the back left corner of the cage. I bought some potato chips from Wegmans. I love Wegmans. I hate their potato chips. They're not great. Gets the assist for the 2-die block against Hume. Gets a knockdown here thanks to the block skill. Sa! Yeah, Wegmans is great. Wegmans is great. Turn 13 for the Philosopher's Song. 2-die block in the right wide zone. They get a push. Two-die block in the right wide zone again, this time against Juneberry, the number 7 lineman, gets a knockdown here. Can he get 2 more SPP and can't? Cannot. He can't. He can't. Elder Burrito asks, have you had the Utz fried dill pickle potato chips? I have not. I have not. Two-die blitz on you. Gets a push out of this. Again, this is a real tough problem with low TV lizards. It's just, you just don't have the skills on the Sarsman. You just gotta take the blocks and get SPP on a couple of players as well. The skinks will eat up all your SPP. Not so trusty Patches says, I'm all about the crab chip, but they don't have them in Washington. Yeah, crab chips are delicious. I've got some Utz crab chips in the kitchen. I do enjoy, you know, being from Maryland. I enjoy my Old Bay. One die block on Katsura. It's a knockdown, no armor break. You know what's really good? The Fisher's popcorn with Old Bay is fantastic. Turn 14 for Wooden Men and Iron Trees. They get a pal here on Heidegger. You guys are making me hungry. It's Fisher's caramel popcorn with Old Bay. Two-die block on Wittgenstein. Gets a pow out of this. 9+ with Mighty Blow. Boy, that is a wind-up. No armor break. Blitz still on the table. Might be against the skink here. Against Plato. That's what Trusty Patches says. The official Old Bay chips just aren't as good as the Utz ones. I would have thought the Utz ones were the official ones. I don't even know what the official Old Bay chips would be then. So the ball's going to move through this gap over to the right side of the pitch, it looks like. Real tough to stop elves from doing what elves do. If you're unfamiliar, by the way, Utz is a regional potato chip here in the Mid-Atlantic. I don't know how far it extends. Old Bay is a local crab seasoning. So the ball advances to the 16-yard line. Now over in the right wide zone, a half cage. Half of a cage, not on the sideline, protecting the ball carrier. But all the skinks are over on the left side here. Takes a blitz on Descartes. Gets a push out of this. Needs to reposition Aspen here. Maybe right here. No, he's going to move right here. Oh, I didn't even see Socrates. My goodness. JO number 2 seasoning over Old Bay any day. I don't even know what that is. I don't know what JO number 2 is. So dodges away Jack to get the back right corner of the cage. Turn 14 for Philosopher's Song. Wooden trees and wooden men and iron trees. Having a pretty solid offense here. No real hiccups. Been playing it cool. Been walking down pitch. Use that tree to great effect. And has really been stalling this out, pushing forward. I said they wouldn't do that. They did just that. And it's been working out for them. They still have a 2-man player advantage. Wooden iron and men and trees. Two-die block on Macchia. Gonna push out of this. Gets a pal on Juneberry. No armor breaks on these elves. What is happening? Gets a push on Hemlock. This is the number 4 ward answer. Ooh, uphill blitz. Ah! He got the double pals! Oh! Socrates the hero! Of course, Ash is there to catch the ball. Failed the dodge, spent the reroll, or got the free reroll with the dodge skill. Double pals on the uphill block. Now it's going to move into Skink to try to stop Ash. You've got to make them roll some dice here. Remember, the War Dancer does have leap. Turn 15 for Wooden Men and Iron Trees. Standing up players. Do Philosopher's Song have an official sponsor? Like, good for them. Good for them. Bugman's beer. That was a fancy handoff. 2-9 block on Socrates. Gets a push out of this. It's a 2+ dodge away by Ash currently. Could also blitz away. There's the blitz. Gets the knockdown thanks to the block skill. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There it is. Well done, 1-0. Wooden Men and Iron Trees take the lead. Very well played. Philosophers, thank you very much for the bits. 3 turns left in this game. 2 turns left for Philosopher's Song. Just 1 left for Wooden Men and Iron Trees. Philosopher's Song with 2 turns can get on the board. Great attempt by Spire there to stop the score. Again, just real hard to stop Wood Elves. To stop elves in general when they're on offense. So once again, setting up with the column formation, giving up a center column here and the 2 sidelines. Defending center pitch with the line, that mighty tree with a strength of 6, the nose tackle. Popcorn talk, maybe pops some popcorn, as it should, as it should. Two Skinks back to receive. No kicker this early in the season. Middling kick, brilliant coaching. Who's going to get it? The Philosopher's Song. He's going to pick up a second reroll. They could make good use of it. Turn 15. They have to end this turn in scoring position. First block is going to be a push on you. Who? You. Me? No, you. 2-die block on Aspen, the right defensive end. Breaks armor. Gets a stun. He's stunned. Out of the game. Minute 9 seconds left. Blitz on in the left wide zone. Gets the knockdown on Juneberry. So all good die results here for Philosopher's Song. With an MA of 8, a skink is going to want to end at least here. That's where he needs to get to. That red line marks scoring position. Screening out on the left side. Good pickups. Going to hand off. Good handoff. There is a sure. There's a Saracen scoring position. Sure. And there he is. He's one space forward of the line. So there's the screen. This is going to be the protective contingent on this ball carrier. Moves toward the sideline. Turn 16 for Wooden Men and Iron Trees. Trying to win this game on this turn. Need to stop the score. Wood Men and Iron Trees. Looks like they're going to be setting up the columns again. So we'll set up here, here, and here. Not with a failed dodge, they won't. Has to spend the reroll here. Snake Eyes on the dodge, an opportunity. Now I think this is it. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A blitz on I'm gonna say Katsura will secure the draw. There's the blitz, 2-die blitz. It's all he needs. Pushes to the inside, and that is it. This game is gonna end 1-1. Very well done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very well played. Wow, what an end to this game. Oh boy. All that work you have to think as the Wood Elf coach, as S. Beaver. Play it cool, let me get out there, let me score what I can. And the Lizard team just says, let me show you how to do this. 2 turns. Very well done. Failed Snake Eyes on the dodge. And that means Philosopher's Song, they remain in first place here. 1-0 is their record with their win this evening. Wooden Men and Iron Trees very close behind in second place with the same record. Same TD differential, but they're 1 touchdown behind. That puts them in second place. Very well done. We're going to get this third and final game started. I'm going to see if the coaches are ready to go. We'll get right into it here. I see they are ready to go, so we'll get right into this third and final game. I'm on the wrong screen. third and final game of our triple header this evening is the Pip Stars versus the Disco Mancers. Dead Fred versus Ian. Lizards versus Necro. SP Beaver, welcome to the stream. GG. GG indeed. Pip Stars win the coin toss. And they're going to choose to receive the ball to show this Necro team how it's done. So the Necro team is set up with 3 spread wide on the line. Pips, Pippy! That's right. Pips, Pippy! Pips, Pips, Pippy! 2 wraiths outside on these in this chevron formation. The 2 wraiths on the outside with the flesh columns on the inside of the chevrons. You can see that one werewolf pump Funkadelic. The number 4 werewolf back on the in the back of the chevron here on the right side. 3 on the line for the Pip Stars. I'm trying to figure out the cadence for that Elder Bruno. Here's the kick. Deep kick. Cheering fans, we got a prayer to Nuffle. Greasy cleats. Who's got the -1 MA? Who's got the greasy cleats? It's gonna be Chompy McChomp face. So there he is. Number 6, Chompy McChomp face is down to a 5 MA. Hank Ranger makes a good pay. Only 3 Sarses on the Pip Stars right now. The linemen on the roster are the Skinks. That means if you need a journeyman, you're picking up Skinks. That's 8 Skinks on this roster. This is going to be a tough matchup, I think, for the Pip Stars. If it weren't for Pips Pippy himself. Pips Pippy will carry this team to victory. Move says only 3 Sarses, only one of them. And one of them gets -1 MA. Cursed team. All 3 Sarses block down the defensive line. Nothing but Skinks as far as the eye can see now. It's going to be a field day for this Necro team unless Dead Fred can really think of something to do here. Or not think of something to do, but figure out a way to keep this team alive for the duration of the game. Disco Mancers really only have 2 ball carriers on the roster. That's Lefreak here, number 3 Ghoul Runner, and Pump Funkadelic, number 4 Werewolf. These are the only 2 viable ball carriers. So that's why he has them here all the way in the back line of his defense. And he'll keep them safe. He'll leverage them when need be, but doesn't want to just throw them out there to get blocked. Pips Pippy on the ball pickup. Carries the ball up to the 16-yard line. Turn 1 at the Disco Mancers now. Electrics Man says, aren't Skinks immune to claws? Effectively, yeah. So Claw treats everybody's AV as an 8+. Skinks already have an AV of 8+, so it doesn't really affect them. But Frenzy's still great because you'll get 4, maybe even 6 dice out of it. One thing to watch out for on these Wraiths is that foul appearance. So that's what this trait is here. This means if you try to block or blitz this player, this Wraith, you have to roll a d6. On a 1, you lose your opportunity to do so. So if you've declared that blitz and you can't get through foul appearance and you don't re-roll it, that's it. You've lost your blitz. Good blitz by the werewolf. Knocks down the number 5 journeyman. Flesh Golem in the left wide zone moves up to Mark Chompy McChompface. Is that for a drive? Yeah, it's for a drive. Turn 2 back to the Pip Stars. Keeping this offense wide. Necro team not particularly fast. They have a few fast pieces, right? They've got the werewolf with an MA of 8, the ghoul that's an MA of 7. They also have the wraiths here that are an MA of 6. Everyone else very slow at an MA of 4. Gets an assist with Slim Scaly. Gets a push on Grave Robin Gibb. I'll show you my favorite part of these wraiths. You ready? You ready? It's the socks. It's the clotheslines. I love that. Did I block a Maurice Gibb? Chompy McChompface on the block here, looking for a 9+. SP Beaver demands death. There's the armor break. It's a stun. Spire says, I like Dead Fred's team color scheme. Yeah, it's cool. Red, white, and blue. What have I done? How do I get out of this? I was like, oh my goodness. There we go. Turn 2 back to the Disco Mancers. As part of resetting up my my media player, I had to repair my remote. I don't know how people control their media centers anymore. Like, because universal remotes are basically not a thing anymore. I have a Logitech Harmony Elite. They are discontinued. They've been discontinued for years. When it dies, I have no idea what I'm going to do. I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to do. Fire says, I got 2 stars blocked out for the game. When do we play, Ava? Gets a knockdown on the left wide zone. Gets nothing out of it. Gets a push at center pitch. Elden Marino says, I use the remote from the Fire Stick. It's programmable. Yeah, the problem I have is, so I have a number of devices that use IR or Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, and I want them all controlled with one remote. And as far as I can tell, nothing does that except a Harmony. Two-die blitz in the right wide zone. Gets a knockdown. I have a Google TV, I have a Google Streamer TV, which, by the way, I bought when it released in the fall, late summer, early fall. I bought a new TV last month, and that has Google TV built in, so there's no point in me really having the streamer, but whatever. I've already got it set up. And so long as I stay, like, in that world, everything's fine. But the minute I want to, like, switch to, say, the PlayStation 5, or worse. Like I want to switch to like a PlayStation 2. I don't know what, like, you know, I can't use that one remote anymore. Or like, I can't have it like switch all my inputs. So like, for example, if I want to play my PS2, the PS2 is connected through a component to HDMI device. And then that's connected through an HDMI switch, which is connected through the AV receiver, which is connected to the TV. I need all those inputs, right? I need the AV receiver input to be correct. I need the HDMI switch input to be correct. I need the component switch to be correct. And I need the PS2 to power on. PS2 is connected to the black and white TV. Man, I love video games, man. that's all. T-Dye Black gets push here. El Negrino says, I do something similar. Oh, that's cool. T-Dye Black against Grave Robin Gibb gets a knockdown here. Zombies, not very fast, but have a decent stat line and have regen and are cheap. They're 40k. If they're removed, if you get a Kaz on them, there's a 50-50 chance you didn't. Well, you still score it, but 50-50 chance they regen and come back onto the roster with no injury whatsoever. And they're so cheap. And otherwise, a decent stat line, right? 84 plus, 89 plus, Edge 4 plus, strength 3, not bad. Good dodge by the ball carrier. Gets up to the line of scrimmage on the 2-yard line now. Pips Pippy himself. Two-die block against Andy Gibb over on the right side of the line. Turn 3 for the Discomancers now. Still have 2 rerolls. Applying some pressure with the Wraith on the right side here. These are good harassment pieces, these Wraiths. They have block, they have sidestep, and remember, they have foul appearance. They just can't be ball carriers because, as you can see, they have no hands. Werewolf Blitz. 2-die Blitz gets the knockdown on Chompy McChompface. Needs just an 8+ here with Claw. Got the 8+. Gets a stun. Two-die block against number 5, gets a push. Buraken 2, Electric Boogaloo. If you haven't watched it, I think you can watch it on Amazon Prime Video, maybe. The Canon documentary, Canon Films. Excellent documentary. I love it so much. I've watched it like 4 times. It is superb. Two-die block on Sir Crocs a lot. Gets a push on the right side of the line. Pushes him toward the inside. You can see the Discomancers trying to close in on this offense. Trying to not secure the pitch, control the pitch. Setting up this defense, trying to encircle the offense, giving them less options to move. Less options to move means not only less options to move for the offense, but it means you can make your defense more effective. You have less pitch that you need to protect to stop the score. Turn 4 now for the Pip Stars. No action here for the Pip Stars for about 50 seconds. Ted Fred really considering options here. Trying not to get encircled by the defense. Trying to keep this ball moving, or at least give it a hole to move down. 2-die block on Andy Gibb will be a knockdown. Hank the Ranger says, does Pips have the ball? Of course Pips has the ball. Who else would have the ball if not for Pips Pippy himself? Armor break gets a stun here. Pips are so far. Oh no, Pips! Pips, no! Pips! Pips, no! Pips fails the dodge, gets KO'd. The ball's gonna remain right where it was. I don't even know if I caught that. Pips on the failed 3+ dodge. And greased cleats. That's right. The true player with the greased cleats. 3-die block on number 8. The journeyman gets knocked down, no armor break. And now the Disco Mancers with an opportunity to recover this ball. Probably set up for a scrum here for at least a turn. Still have to be careful of a cheeky skink grab. 2-die block by against number 5. Gets a push out of this. Two-die block on number 5 once more is going to be a knockdown. Looking for the 8+ here. Didn't get it. Two-die blitz. Gets the pal. Has to follow up. No armor break. Pub Funkadelic. Now marking the ball on the right side. What kind of ball is that? Is that a Norse ball? Yeah, here's that scrum forming around the ball now. Two-die block on Get Wrecked. Gets a pal here. A push onto the ball. Wow. And that ball's going to bounce out in a favorable... Well, it's being marked by the Wraith. But bounces toward the Pip Stars. Two-die block on the left wide zone. Gets up. Continuing to apply the pressure here by the defense. After the failed dodge, they want to keep this pressure going. I'm surprised they pushed on the ball. Sturdy skinks. Second quarter begins. The Pip Stars on offense. They've lost possession of the ball. It's been bounced back to the 6-yard line. Currently marked by Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo. number 6 Wraith. Pip Stars considering their options. Real tough position that Dead Fred was in right from the jump here in this game, being down so many Sarses. 3 Sarses meant that the rest of the, being down 3 Sarses, the rest of the roster filled out with skinks. They are brittle. They are weak. And so far, holding their own. Wearing wood elf armor. the sturdy, the resilient wood elf armor. 2-die block on the Wraith. Gets a push out of this. It's a sidestep, though. He sidesteps onto the ball. We'll see where this ball bounces. Why stop now? Any place is probably better for Ian than where it is now. Trying to catch the ball, fails the catch. It's going to end up right where the Wraith was. It's on the 4-yard line, right in front of the Wraith. Good dodge in the left wide zone. Oh, come on. Come on. Dodges it on the ball. Can't pick it up. Needed a 6. Ball's going to bounce to the 6-yard line. It's a pretty good bounce here for the Pip Stars. Discomancers on turn 5. Boy, that's not going to cut it. Has to spend a reroll. Got the pal on Slim Scaly. Discomancer's down to 1 reroll for the half. Push it onto the ball yet again. Breaks armor. And the ball's going to be recovered by the journeyman, number 5. 2-die block on Zippy von Schleichen, the number 12 lineman. Gets a knockdown here. Remember, the journeymen have to roll. They're loners, so they have to roll a d6 before being able to use a team reroll and need a 4+ in order to actually use it. They spend it regardless. Two-die block on the menace. Gets a pal. Chain push to get a mark on the ball. Pushes Slim Scaly out of the way. Remarkably, the Pip Stars still fighting for this ball. They're only down 1 player. 8 skinks on the pitch to start the game. They're only down 1. Discomancer's on the bonus clock. One die block on Get Wrecked is a push. Big scrum here. Just a battle over this ball. Duking it out. Final reroll for the Discomancers. Gets a pal and Get Wrecked. It's a fist fight. One die on Sir Crox-a-Lot will be a both down result. And the trade doesn't work out. That's a removal for the Discomancers. Or against the Discomancers, I should say. So 10v10 on the pitch now. Turn 6 for the Pipstars. Pipstars still have 2 rerolls remaining for the half. You can see this Wraith exactly where Ian wants him to be. That Wraith. You're tempted to try to block away that Wraith, but who knows if Foul Appearance will proc. Looks like it might be the only real way out for the Pipstars here. Yeah, there's the assist. So currently a 2-die block on Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo. But have to roll a d6 first. If it's a 1, they will lose that block. Still have one more opportunity with it, or at it though. .27 seconds left on the clock. Dead Fred, even if they knock down this Wraith, looking for some place to park this ball where it's going to be safe and where it's still going to be in play. Just decided not to blitz, instead went with the dodge, failed the dodge. Stays on the pitch, but the ball's going to be on the 8-yard line, just inside the left wide zone. Turn 6 for the Discomancers. 2-die block on the number 7 Journeyman. We'll get a push. That's going to clear the ball. Three-die block on the mid. Triple skulls. That's a turnover. Oh man. Turn 7 for the Pipstars. Still alive. They've got to end this turn in scoring position. Disco Stud probably going to get blocked down. Blitz perhaps on Bulectric Slide. Electric Slide. The number 5 Wraith marking the ball currently in the left wide zone. Everyone marked on the pitch. No action in a minute here for the Pipstars. Dead Fred really needs to be cautious with each of these turns. He's not afraid to take their time, trying to calculate what the best action is going to be here, what the best action order is, where the ball's going to end up. Does that keep the ball safe? That animation, my goodness. The ball's going to scatter back to the 10. It's like he just fell off some stairs. Two-die block on number 8 will be a pound. 8+ breaks armor here. Turn 7 for the Discomancers. Ball on the ground here at the 10-yard line. It has been a fist fight for most of this half. After the failed dodge by Pips Pippy, it has just been fists flying, trying to recover this ball. Another chance to take out the menace here. Gets a pal. 8+ breaks armor. No armor break. 3+ pickup works out. Well done. Ball in the hands of Pup Funkadelic. The number 4 werewolf on the opposing 12-yard line now. Going to try to block down some skinks to keep the inevitable blitz attempt from happening. Pushes the number 7 journeyman off the sideline here. That's a negative dodge off the sideline. Finally, LeFreak gets into play here. LeFreak, the number 3 ghoul runner behind the ball carrier currently, is going to play some protective duty to try to keep this werewolf on their feet. Uphill block on Chompy McChompface. I think it's going to be a both down result. That's what it is. Turn 8 for the Pipstars, trying to stop the score here. If they go down 1-0, they're going to be on defense again to start the second half of the game. And that's not the position they want to be in. LeFreak stopping number 5 from getting in here to assist on the blitz. 2 rushes after the dodge. That's the assist. Currently looking at a 1-die blitz against Pup Funkadelic. Have to be a dodge by number 2. Now it's a 2-die blitz. Two rerolls for the Pipstars. Failed the rush. Failed the rush. Has to spend a reroll here. Going for the double dodge off the sideline. Fails the first one. Fails the loner roll. And that's a turnover. Turn 8 for the Discomancers now. Oh no! Discomancers! That is 0-0 at the half. Wow! What a sudden turn of events there at the end. So the Pipstars successfully stopping the defense from scoring there. And now the Pipstars will have to play defense all over again if they didn't get back a KO. So they're going to have 9 on the pitch versus all 11. So 2-man player advantage for the Discomancers. Three on the line for the Discomancers. I'm sorry, for the Pipstars. 5 on the line for the Discomancers currently. This might be the offense they go with. And indeed it will be. It's going to be LeFreak back to receive the ball. Pup Funkadelic, the halfback. I know, Pips. Oh, another prayer to Nuffle. +1 AV. There's lots of loners on the pitch. There's lots of loners on the pitch. Waiting for the Pip Stars to choose who's going to gain Iron Man. So +1 AV on one of these journeymen. What did it end up being? It ended up being Slim Scaly. So up to an AV of 9+. That's pretty significant. Going from an 8+ to a 9+. Spire says Pips is pouting on the sideline with a diva. Yeah, I didn't. I'm so mad at Pips. I don't even want to acknowledge him right now. Hey, come on, Pips. The team is named after you, man. Get up. 3 die blitz in the left wide zone to get this second half underway. Gets a knockdown, but no armor break. Disco Mancers, the tight defensive line looks like they might be trying to encircle it and keep it out of the drive. If they can keep all 3 of those Sauruses out of the drive, they're going to be in real good shape to win this game. Taking a mark on the skink in the right wide zone. Totake Cuddle, the number 2 journeyman. Turn 9 now for the Pip Stars. Comedy bang bang, comedy bang bang, comedy bang bang, comedy bang bang. Pip Stars with 2 rerolls. They have 5 minutes 54 seconds on their bonus clock. Pip Stars in a little bit of a pickle. A little bit of a pickle. A pickle. Need to keep these Sauruses active somehow. Putting them on the line means it's very easy for the offense to say, fine, I'll mark them up and they'll stay right where they are. But then that leaves you with nothing but skinks to play with. Die on Disco Stud. Breaks armor. Big injury here. That's one way to keep them in the drive and keep them going. So regen procs, but gets the removal. Got rid of one of those 2 flesh columns. Big loss here for the Necromancers. Alan Runa says, I think I'd have been tempted to put 3 journeyman skinks on the line and trust in dodge to keep them up. Yeah, it's a tough decision. Run Bad with the raid. Thank you very much. Welcome to the stream. Thank you very much, Run Bad. I appreciate it. Welcome, Raiders. You're catching us in the second half of our final game of our triple header tonight. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. Hope you had a good stream. Pip Stars back on the bonus clock here. Take a mark in the right wide zone. Failed that foul appearance roll. That's what we're talking about. These players are such a nuisance. So that blitz has been spent because you got to roll the d6 first. You fail it on a 1, and that is your block or your blitz loss. He's too disgusting to touch. Gross. But I do love your clotheslines. Oh, they're chains on this guy. Never mind. I don't like you so much. I do like you. You're cool. push on Stand Alive is going to be a stand firm. Both players remain where they are. Turn 10 now for the Disco Mancers. Where is he? Pips Pippy, the man himself. The team is named after him. Taking a break. Oh, good injury. Back to a two-man player advantage now for the Disco Mancers. Disco Mancers keeping up with the removals. Pips Pippy, the legend, not even participating. What a quitter. What a quitter. Good handoff here to the werewolf. Pup Funkadelic, the number 4 werewolf over in the left wide zone, currently has the ball on the 4-yard line. LaFreak letting go of the ball here on the handoff. One die block back to the line of scrimmage against Chompy McChompface. Cleaned off his greasy cleats here for the second half of the game. Still going to get knocked down. .25 seconds left here in turn 10 for the Disco Mancers. One die block against Geck. Wrecked. Gets a push here as well. Again, very tough position for the Pipstars to be in here. Week 2, they took a little bit of a beating in week 1, losing 3 of their 6 Sauruses. Had to start this game with just 3 Sauruses and then a whole bunch of skinks. Armor break here on the right wide zone. Gets a stun out of it. Elton Marino asks, if Araraz made the Hall of Fame, would it be as a dwarf or a zombie? That's a very good question. That's a very good question. I think it would have to be as a zombie. That's really what he's known best for. Turn 10 now for the Pipstars. Early TV lizard team, these Sauruses, again, very difficult or very easy to lock them down with that edge of 5+. They can really only move on blitzes. And having only 3 of them and having them grouped up on the line there meant that Ian said, "You know what? I'll keep them in place. You don't get to use them. It's my turn." And so Dead Fred now has to make do with these lizards. Now they did pick up the +1 AV on the prayer to Nuffle. Praise Nuffle, but still a bit of an uphill battle here. Two-die block on Stan Alive. Oh, boy. Turnover unless the team reroll is spent here. And Dead Fred really considering what the best play is. He's going to take the both down. That'll be a turnover. And now it's going to be turn 11 back to the Disco Mancers. They have the ball on the 4. They have 14 spaces to go. Here's the blitz on the number 7 Journeyman marking the ball carrier. That'll work out due to the block skill. No armor break. That frees up the ball carrier. Remember, the Werewolf fastest piece on this team with an MA of 8. Can be a little tricky as a ball carrier, seeing as they have Frenzy. They've got to follow up with their blocks. If they get in a position where they want to block themselves free, it can be a little tricky in certain situations. Only Marina says, I wish we could make league-specific star players. We might have something in the works. I'll leave it at that. Setting up a cage here on the opposing 8-yard line. Two-die block over in the right wide zone. now gets a dodge push, rather, on the number 2 journeyman. Electric Slide's gonna wistfully move back downfield to get back into that safety position, trying to play some defense, or trying to protect the offense, really trying to help screen out the defense in a future turn. 14 seconds to go here in turn 11. That's it. Turn 11 now back to the Pip Stars. They're down 3 players. 2-man player advantage currently to the Disco Mancers. Dead Fred, again, every turn really needs to consider these options. Dead Fred, a patient player. Tends to calculate before acting. Measure twice, cut once. It's going to stand up the journeyman. Number 7 journeyman's going to take a mark on the ball carrier once more. Good dodge to mark the front right corner of the cage. Is he going to try to blitz number 8? If he is, it's going to be a 1-die. Rushes to take a mark on Electric Slide. Two-dive lock on Andy Gibb back at the line of scrimmage will be a knockdown, looking for a 9+. But the knockdown will suffice. Ooh, gonna dodge right into the cage. Two-dive block. This could be a both down unless the reroll is spent. He's gonna take the both down. Count his blessings. We'll see where this ball ends up. It ends up back on the 6-yard line. Slim Scaly is going to remain on the pitch. Remember, AV of 9+ now, thanks to Nuffle. Took the 1-die, got a both down result. Took the both down result. Wraith Blitz on the number 7 journeyman. It's going to result in a stun. Ball's clear now. So start to set up the scrum around the ball. Cool. Cool without the gang. It's going to mark the ball. The number 11 zombie. 2-dive block. Two-dive block results in a push-down pitch. Good recovery by Pup Funkadelic. Plenty of movement left with the werewolf, but where is safe is the question. Might just want to hang out here. We'll see what Ian decides. That's exactly what's going to happen. Going to move the werewolf down pitch down to the 12-yard line, just off the left sideline. We'll reset the screen. Two-dive block on the menace. Not so menacing, but he will stay on his feet. Gets a dodge push out of this. Two-dive block in the right wide zone. Gets a POW. Back on the bonus clock for the Disco Masters. That's it. Just a couple of seconds down. Final turn of the third quarter coming up. The Pip Stars currently on defense. It's a 0-0 ball game. They have 2 rerolls. The opposing team has the ball on the 12. What would Pips Pippy do? What would Pips Pippy do? I mean, other than sleep on the sideline. I think I know what Pips Pippy would do. Pips Pippy would be a hero, a champion, a legend. A tale to tell your children, to get them to eat their greens and to take out the trash. To be the very best they could ever be. .48 seconds left in the turn for the Pip Stars. Two-die block on Stand Alive. Gets a knockdown. Chompy Chomp Face on the block. This frees up Get Wrecked, the number 4 Saurus blocker. Probably looking for a way to clear number 8. And then take the blitz on the ball carrier. Three seconds left in the turn before the Pip Stars are back on the bonus clock. 4 minutes, 53 seconds remaining. Ted Fred very carefully considering this turn. Ball carrier currently in scoring position. Probably doesn't want to score so early, though. And really doesn't have to. Not yet, anyway. Three-plus dodge. There's the assist for the 2-die on number 8. I'm sorry, for the 1-die on number 8. Is he going to think about trying to dodge out number 8 as well to make that a 2-die? Going to take the 1-die. Push isn't really going to do it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, a push will do it. It'll be a rush on the blitz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, LaFreak is there. LaFreak is there. So he'd have to go. Oh boy, this isn't good at all. It's gonna follow up here. I don't think there's a reasonable opportunity at the ball carrier now. Let's see. See what he decides to do. He's gonna go for the blitz. Instead, he's gonna take it on LaFreak. 2-die blitz on LaFreak will just be a push, unless he re-rolls it or takes it both down. But I think he might re-roll this. He's gonna take the push, saving the 2 re-rolls. We'll follow up for sure. I think that might be the turn. We'll see if he tries to dodge out number 8 or not. 2 minutes, 37 seconds left on the bonus clock. Dodges out number 2 to take a mark on Boolectric Slide. I think this means he's going to try to dodge out number 8. 2 minutes, 15 seconds left on the clock. Yes, indeed. There he goes. Number 8 to take a mark on the ball carrier. I think that'll be the turn. Well, it's got a 2-die to take on Buried Gib, of course. Gets a pow out of this. 9+ breaks armor. There's the armor break. Just gets a stun. Turn 13 for the Discomancers. 4th and final quarter begins. The Discomancers with 2 rerolls remaining. They have the ball on the opposing 12-yard line, just off the left sideline. They're staring down a number of lizards. 1 Saurus, 3 skinks. Dead Fred coming into this game in week 2 with just three Sarses and still holding this to a tie ball game. 2-die blitz by the Wraith. Break in 2. Electric Boogaloo with the with the armor break, got a stun. There's the score. Well done. 1-0. The Discomancers are going to get on the board here. Hey! One of my favorite cheerleaders. Let's go. That's right, Pips. Wake up, Pips. It's your time to shine, Pips. This is my favorite thing ever. It goes on for ages. Hey, Pips is back onto the pitch. All right, the Discomancers to be back on defense. Whoa, why do I have that? Oh, I think they probably skipped through it. I'm catching up to where the game is. All right, on the quick snap rolls. Roll to 1 on the D3 gets 4 players to move 1 space toward the ball. Shallow kick by the Discomancers. A full quarter for the Pip Stars to try to get on the board. Pips Pippy himself back on the pitch. The Menace, the number 13 lineman, going to try to recover this ball. Failed the catch. Boy, what a precarious spot for the ball. Failed the catch. Bumbled it into the hands of Gek Rek. Gek Rek couldn't catch the ball. The ball's going to end up on the 2-yard line. Right between the center and the right guard. 2-die block against Andy Gibb, the right defensive end. We'll get the knockdown here. Breaks armor. Big armor break. Gets the stun out of it. Big armor break. That player's going to be out for a turn. Next turn, 3 MA to stand up. That's just 1 MA on turn 15 for Grave Robin Gibb. For Andy Gibb, excuse me. 2-die block, gets a POW against Grave Robin Gibb. No armor break here. Final block on the line. Well, might want to get some players around the ball first. We'll see. Still has a block to take on the line. Still has a blitz. AV blessing still in effect for the entire game. 2-die block on the line, so we'll roll some dice. Gets the knockdown, gets another armor break. Got a removal. Well done. So we're down to a 1-man player advantage now for the Discomancers. Pips Pippy to recover the ball, as he does. Pips in possession of the ball on the 2-yard line. Three seconds left on the clock here for the Pip Stars. They're playing for the draw at this point. They're going to send number 7 way downfield to the 16-yard line. Number 8's going to move to the left and try to spread out this offensive line. We close off the cage in the back right corner. Turn 14 now for the Discomancers. 3 turns left in the game. Disco Mancers drawing Technobabble Incorporated in week 1. Pipstar is also drawing, I believe. Oh no, the Pipstars lost in week 1. Disco Mancers currently in 4th place in Division B. Both teams looking for their first win here in week 2. Under a minute to go for the Disco Mancers. Plenty of time on the bonus clock. Going for the blitz in the left wide zone. 3-die blitz. They got the POW. 8 plus the break armor. Claw has no effect on the skink due to the low armor already. That'll be the turn. Turn 14 for the Pipstars now. They have the ball caged on their own 2-yard line. And number 7's going to pull back up and play some ball here. Takes a mark on number 6. Break into Electric Boogaloo, the Wraith over in the right wide zone. Run, Pips, run. Spire graciously lowering the rush failure rate from the Games Workshop mandated 900%. It's in the rulebook. Look it up. To a low 99%. Failed the foul appearance roll on the block over in the right wide zone. Set it up to be a 2-die block, but boy, those Wraiths can be real annoying. As rookies, they have block, they have sidestep, and they have foul appearance. In my week 1 game against this team, I lost a blitz to Snake Eyes on foul appearance. It was super annoying. Good 3 plus sides in the left wide zone. Takes a mark on the Wolf. 16 seconds left on the clock. The Pipstars have to be a little more cautious now. They have 3 turns left in this game. 1:37 left on the bonus clock. Another foul appearance roll that fails. Spends the reroll on the blitz. Didn't want to lose the blitz here. Down the 1 reroll, only gets a push. Boy, breaking 2 is disgusting, apparently. Like, I don't want to tell you how to live your life, breaking 2, but like a little face wash, you know, deodorant is a good place to start. You know, just make sure you're presentable. You know, you don't have to be fancy. Just don't be offensive. Moob says, not a great direction to sidestep into. Opens up the ball carrier to run away. Yep. Yes, indeed. Right through here. And that's exactly what he did. The ball now on the opposing 18-yard line. The only speed on the team are the Wraiths, the Werewolf, and the Ghoul. You can see the Ghouls here, the Wraiths here, the Wolves here, the Wraith, and the Wraith here. So all of these players, just about all of these players out of position. That's right, Pip's doing Pip stuff. Pip's doing Pip stuff. This is what Pip's Pippy does. He's a hero. Cobblestone. That's a pretty decent potato. Oh, blitz on Slim Scaly. can't get to pips with the blitz. When you take a blitz, it's a block and a move all in one. You have to spend 1 point of MA on the block action. So we'll not be able to get there. Trying desperately to force this score on turn 15. I don't think he'll have to force it. Dead Fred and the Pip Stars making it work with this 8 skink team here in week 2. 7 skink team here in week 2. That's true. He's only a rental. He'll have his 6 Sauruses back for next week. Well, maybe I'm speaking too soon. Gets a push against Sir Crocs a lot. He likes big tails, and you cannot lie. Both down results going to be a turnover. Turn 15 for the Pip Stars. They have 1 reroll. We'll see if they take any blocks. Otherwise, they're going to walk this ball in the end zone and tie this ball game 1-1. There it is, 1-0 with the score by Pippy himself. Well done. Tie ball game going into turn 16. 1 turn left unless there's a timeout for the Disco Masters to try to win this game. 3 going on the line. It's going to be all 3 Sauruses. And all the skinks going back to the 22. Pips Pippy on the touchdown. Who said not putting Journeyman on the line? Yeah, I don't know why not. I mean, they're like, you know, they're nothing. I don't mean to be anti-Journeyman to all the Journeyman professionals in the game of Blood Bowl. Might be afraid of the timeout or something. I'm not really sure. I mean, the Sauruses are still decently fast. Shallow kick, brilliant coaching. It's not going to matter. Does he have some sort of 1-turn shenanigans? 8, 9, 10. He needs 3 pushes? Well, 4 with a werewolf down here. Did I block on Sir Croxalot? Gets a pal here, looking for a 10+. Got the armor break. Got nothing out of it, though. Moob says, put him on the line and hope they die so they can't steal MVP. Also save Saurus injury chances. I agree. I agree. All the blocks save for Get Wrecked here. So blitz on Get Wrecked for some SPP. Maybe a A ball toss with Lafreak as well. The one turn left for the Pipstars to try to make something happen with. They might just call it a game, though. Well, they can still make something happen. Tonight block against Chompy McChompface. Gets the knockdown. Looking for 2 SPP out of this. Doesn't get it. Pips Pippy, the hero again in week 2. 3+ pickup, looking for some SPP. May as well spend the reroll. Oh, I would count it. Turn 16 for the Pipstars. T9 Blitz against Electric Slide. Gets a dodge push out of it. Oh, no, it's an actual knockdown. Did I block on Maurice Gibb? Is he going to take the trade here? He's got 2 rerolls. Yeah, spend the reroll. Gets the knockdown. Yeah, somebody. Or at the very least, just a high five. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. That's 1 assist for a GG foul, perhaps? Uh-oh. 2 assists. The menace on the foul. Here it is. Needs a 7+ to break armor. Didn't break armor. The ref saw nothing. And that'll be the game. 1-1 the final. Well done. Oh, that was fun. with that, the Pipstars, the Pipstars and the Discomancers are going to earn a draw. The Discomancers remain in 4th place in Division B, and the Pipstars are in 7th there, still looking for their first win, but still plenty of games left in the season. There are 9 weeks of regulation play here in the Chaos Cup before the cut to top 8. And then we get to do this 2 more times. There are 3 open competitions in the season. The top 2 teams from each competition get an invite to the Invitational at the end. That's the Blood Bowl. It's the championship match. Last season, we had 11 teams qualify. 11 coaches qualify for the Blood Bowl. It was a lot of fun. And this season, we've got even more opportunities to qualify, right? We've got 27 teams here in the Chaos Cup in 3 divisions. 8 teams it'll be a top 8 instead of a top 4. 8 teams are going to make the cut for the single elimination bracket here for the Chaos Cup. After that, we'll have the Spike Magazine Trophy and the Dungeon Bowl. If you want to play with us, just hang out. Come to our Discord. Here, I'll throw a link in. Just hang out, come to the Discord and say, hey, I want to play in the next competition. You can join mid-season, right? The way the rules are structured, you don't have to play all 3 opens. You can. It certainly helps. You can build up some SPP, but even if you don't, you can come in late in the season and still qualify for the Blood Bowl. We had BB Nut, JD Whitey. I think BB Nut came in the Spike Magazine Trophy last season. JD Whitey came in the Dungeon Bowl. Both qualified for the Blood Bowl. Both great coaches. It's been a lot of fun. I love this game, man. This game is so much fun. We have so many more games to play this season. Let's take a look at the schedule before we leave for the evening. Coming up next tomorrow night, we have a doubleheader starting at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's UTC -5. That'll be the Tizork Savage Boys versus the NC Snakes. Tizzle Pizzle versus Moob. That's Orcs versus Dark Elves, I think. Let's see. Indeed, it is Orcs versus Dark Elves. And then at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have Doug the Minotaur's Dinner Bell Darlings versus Electric Bands as bad as Raiders. That's going to be Dwarf versus Undead. Two great games tomorrow. And then after that, we have one game left to be scheduled. And when that game gets scheduled, you'll be able to check out and get alerted to that schedule on our website at maml.club. That's MAML.CLUB. Here on Twitch or on our social media pages on Blue Sky, X, and Facebook. You can also watch previous games on our YouTube channel. Play Blood Bowl, man. This game is so much fun. This game is an absolute blast. You can play Blood Bowl via Blood Bowl 3 on Steam, the Epic Game Store, PlayStation, and Xbox, and in tabletop form at your friendly local game store until tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where hopefully that first game gets done before my meeting. Take care, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your Monday evening.